Hey everybody, Economic Ninja here. I hope you're doing well. Hope you like my new green screen. It's real. Coming to you from Vancouver, and I have a story from a subscriber that sent this to me, and I want to read the email body to you and then go through the story because I think this is very disturbing. But it's one of those things you sort of got to think about. What's going on behind the scenes? What's causing this? It says right here, I know you've been pushing the issues with eggs, but I'm not sure if you've heard of the chicken feed reports yet. People that raise egg laying hens haven't had eggs in months. They have switched from chicken feed to goat and other types of feed, and now they're getting eggs again. And it's worth thinking about. And I absolutely agree. So I want to thank you so much for sending this to me. And this is from Twisted Belly. Thank you so much for sending this to me. A lot of people in this community are very reliant on themselves, not the government, which is absolutely very incredible. I love that, right? The less reliant we are on other people, the stronger our society is. And one thing that many people have done, they've decided to start raising chickens for eggs and for meat. And especially with the stories going on, the inflation out of control with eggs after this bird flu that went through this last year and all those tens of millions of chickens were killed. This is really interesting. So check this story out. It's out of Evie and it's entitled, What's Wrong with the Chicken Feed? People are reporting that their chickens have stopped laying eggs and their feed might be the reason why. Please put down in the comment section if you have chickens and that this has been happening to you. It says, what exactly is causing the egg shortage? So many people are reporting that there are issues with the commercial chicken feed, speculating that it has even prevented their hens from laying eggs. And I got to be honest with you, before I go straight conspiracy theory on this stuff, it really is something to think about. This is something that's completely new to me. And if there is something wrong with the feed and eggs are not being produced at the same rate as normal, I want to know about that. It says right here, the rising egg prices in America have affected millions of homes. The cost of eggs in California have risen 550% in the last month, going from roughly $1.34 a dozen to $7.37. The state blamed an outbreak of bird flu, but others are not so convinced. In fact, several people have come out to say their chickens did not produce eggs for months until they changed their feed. And I said right here, give an example of tweets that came out. If you guys haven't followed me on Twitter, it's at Economic Ninja or at Economy Ninja. I've got two different handles there. But they were talking about the egg shortage is real. In California, the price went up 550%. Now, the story goes on. It says one man uploaded a video on TikTok and theorized that something must be wrong with the feed. Something is wrong with the chicken food we're buying. Seriously, he said, my chickens have not laid an egg since July and nothing's changed. Then I was thinking maybe it's because my chickens are getting older or maybe it's a bad winter. But according to a lot of people on TikTok, they're having the same exact problem. And people are saying once they switch the food, their chickens are starting to lay again. So if you are having this problem, please consider checking out a different type of food and please put it in the comment section. I want to hear about this. It says he continued, so I'm going to switch their food and we'll see. Maybe something's wrong with the food and it was intentional. And he actually did a handful of TikToks on here. And his name on TikTok is at Urban Chicken Farmer. Go check him out on TikTok. Let him know the Ninja sent you. And I want to get down to the bottom of this. It says the TikToker recently uploaded an update after switching his feed, explaining that one of his chickens has started laying like crazy, but the rest of them haven't yet. However, he believes that they're doing okay and that things are improving. It says here, at Hot Mess Homestead was going through the same problem. She was determined to find answers. It is the commercial feed the reason why it says right here, is the commercial feed the reason so many people's chickens have not been laying at all? She asked. This is the question that I'm asking myself. And I have seen all over TikTok, Facebook, and everywhere when she then talks about the many posts on social media of chicken owners discussing how they ditched the commercial feed, specifically the brand known as Producer's Pride, in order to get the eggs. Guys, I could go into this story more, but I'm going to actually link it in this video because I think it is so vital that you check this out. Because you think about it, we've seen so many mutations, so many illnesses that are being built in labs going around the world, causing chaos and havoc. What if there was something going on with the chicken feed? And this is something that I believe could be detrimental to our society. Eggs are used in just about every pre-packaged product there is in the world. Think about the inflation that's going on right now. When I was warning about a year ago, talking about buying powdered eggs, and then watching the price on that spike like crazy, because I said how vital it was. I was trying to explain the difference between a shortage and it not being available. People don't understand that. When we talk about a shortage and what it's about to do to prices, people, for some reason, they think in their mind, well, shortage means I'm going to go to my store and there's not going to be any there. But what you need to understand, the fundamental, just the basic fundamentals of economics 101, is that there's supply and demand, and there will always be a product or a good or a service at any price. The point is, what is the highest price someone is willing to pay for that good or service until it comes crashing down? So like with the diesel shortage that myself and Chris Taylor, financial prepper, was warning about, it was so important that people understood, but we got so many comments like, there's still diesel at my place. I'm like, you guys aren't getting it. There's, of course, at $20 a gallon of diesel, there's going to be diesel. It's the question, are you going to want to pay for it? But there are people out there that put misinformation on the internet because they have no concept of economics. And it's not like I'm a rocket scientist. I get it wrong all the time. But when we get to just the basics of economics and we understand that principle, with an egg, there's always going to be eggs for sale. But at what cost? And the fact of the matter is, probably right now, there are so many Americans that have decided that loved eggs, I'm not going to buy them at this price. This is insane. I'm literally paying 5 times, 6 times more for eggs. We are about to witness hyperinflation. When the government printing presses take off, once the stock market starts falling, once the Fed has to intervene and pivot, that's not going to be a fun spot. And the Fed's not going to pivot until it's too late because they don't want to be blamed for doing this hyperinflation early. That's what people need to understand. I want you to understand the fundamentals. And once you know that, there's nothing to be afraid of. There's only a time, a pause of patience and of peace, getting ready, getting excited to take advantage of this churn. Guys, I thank you so much for watching. I thank you so much for supporting this channel. I believe in America, literally, because I believe in you. Your ability to be prepared and not scared, your ability to not rely on other people for your lifestyle to continue. Guys, we are going to crush this time. No longer are the wealthy in the world going to be able to buy up all the assets. It's going to be all of us. We're going to crush it, and we're going to crush it together. All right, guys, with that being said, the Economic Ninja is out.